Hi everyone, this is Robin Joy, the Happy Food Chef, and today we're going to make a hybrid dressing that I will call my Basil Caesar salad dressing. So the base of this, and this can be made many different ways, so there's all kinds of options here. You can make it vegan, so you don't have to have the egg and you don't have to have the anchovy. There are other little secrets that you can use if I really want a little bit of a fishy flavor and I don't want the anchovies. I might use a little bit of kelp or there's another one that I use as well. So there's different things that we can do. Instead of using egg and I want it creamy, there's a couple of ways to achieve that with either a miso or with, you could do it with a beautiful mayonnaise that is eggless. So there's different ways to adjust, but today I am gonna do it with egg and anchovies. We have garlic. I also like capers in mine, shallot, lemon juice, olive oil, obviously salt and pepper, and Worcestershire sauce, and Dijon mustard. So generally the first thing I do, and there's all different ways you can do this, but what I have here ready to go is I have minced garlic. Of course, garlic is really important in a Caesar. In this one, I'm only gonna put a little bit of shallot. I might put some extra in later. This here is, I've already minced my capers, so I'm gonna put those in there and just stir that around a bit. So that's just the garlic in that. And right now, I'm gonna add to it my egg yolk, and I'm gonna add in a little bit of my anchovy. And let's see, anchovy, and we're gonna get that mashed together and really get this beautifully done. You know, even if you have, sometimes I'll even use a mortar and pesto for this. But this is where you really want this mashed really, really well. And then what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna add into it the mustard next and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. And of course, I will supply the dressing recipe so you have the exact measurements, because of course I never measure, as you know. So we'll, since it's in my house, a little bit of mustard, and I happen to love mustard in this. That's our Dijon. Get this really worked in. And again, this can be as smooth or as chunky as you want. I'm not huge on chunks of anchovy, so for me, I really like it mashed up. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of Worcestershire in here. And that should do it on that. And then we're gonna get ready. We're gonna put some of our basil in here. This is fresh chopped basil, which I know you guys are growing, which will be really good. And in this salad, we're also gonna be using, all right, so now this is pretty well mashed to what I would like it to be. I'm gonna add just a drop more basil because I really love basil. And it is all about our greens. The one thing I will tell you about making a Caesar dressing, because one of the things that you want is you want to cover the leaves. Traditionally, you use romaine lettuce. I have tried it on a spring mix, whatever. Don't do that. It just wilts down way too fast because this dressing is denser, heavier than, let's say, a lighter dressing to use with your spring mix and your delicate greens. This would be great with your, it's traditional with romaine, which is perfect for it. And that way too, it can slip and slide and cover all the leaves. If you did that with the spring mix, it'll just wilt it down really fast. And believe me, I know from experience because I tried it. So I don't recommend that. The only other green that I would maybe put in here if I didn't have romaine would be kale. You could do a beautiful Caesar, kale Caesar salad. So, okay, so from here, I'm gonna now add my lemon juice, add my acid, and get that really well mixed in there. And we'll see how that goes. And that's starting to really come together nicely. And I'm gonna taste it at this point, just to get an idea of where I am. Oh, perfect balance of everything. Now we're gonna start to gently drizzle in, and again, mix it really well so that it emulsifies and gets creamy. A lot of people in modern recipes will add some mayonnaise to this if they really want it creamier. I don't, but that's just me. So again, this has to be adjusted to your own personal taste. And then, of course, we are going to be adding Parmesan cheese into the salad. And because I want to highlight my basil, I'm going to add more fresh basil. And I'm actually going to use the rest of this in this because I want that beautiful basil in my salad. And I'm going to put walnuts in this. So the walnuts and or pine nuts in my salad, which generally in a Caesar salad, there are no nuts. But I am going to put nuts in my salad with this. Because really what you've got is a cross between a Caesar and sort of a pesto. So this way it's all in one. And you get the green. Because if you made the dressing without the pesto, you wouldn't have your green in the dressing. So anyway, let's see how we're doing here with the oil. And this all could be made, if you really wanted this smooth, you could make it in the Vitamix and really make a beautiful dressing. But I prefer it because I love the way that looks. And sometimes even for color, I'll put in a tiny bit of chopped red pepper. So let's taste this now. And of course, you're going to put in cracked pepper, fresh cracked pepper in your salad. Because of the anchovy, be careful. You may not need salt. So I always, you know, you might want a little bit. And then if you need to cut it, if it's sharp, if it's too sharp, because I did put capers in, so that adds sharpness to the lemon juice. If I need to just take that edge off, I'll put a touch of honey in here, and that'll help cut it. So let's see where we're at. That's great. That's delicious. So that is our basic, quick Caesar salad dressing. There you go.